Hot Wheels fans. Hey, today we're going to talk about the Hot Wheels brand slot car sets. These come in a couple of different configurations, and first one I bought came in a box like this, and see the other side, came with a decent amount of track, about 20 feet, and it came with this power track, this pair of cars, and a couple of wired controllers. One of the things I wanted to do was expand my track layout, so I bought a second track. This one is a little bit different. It was called the Zero Gravity Slot Car Set, also by Hot Wheels. And this one comes with wireless controllers like these and wireless cars. The wireless cars look really similar to the wired cars, but they are very different. And I'm going to show you in what ways they're different in just a minute. These are the wireless controllers. Compared to the wired controllers, similar. They have a finger grip and a nice feel in the hand. The wired controllers come with a power boost button. It gives you your car a little extra speed, and that's kind of fun, going into the loop-de-loops or the straightaways. You do not have a power boost on these wireless controllers. The wireless controllers also have an on-off button, and they do require batteries, so you're going to have to put a pair of AAA batteries into the hand grip there to make it operate. There is a little bit of a red flash indicator that comes on. I don't know if you can see that there when the power switch is turned to the on position. It comes on briefly. You definitely want to take the batteries out or leave it in the off position if you're going to put these in storage for any length of time so your batteries don't leak in there. So let's talk about why these are not interchangeable. In other words, I can't take a wireless controller and use it in place of one of the controllers on my wired set. Nor can I use the wired controllers or the wired cars on my wireless set. And I'm going to show you why right now. So first thing I want to show you is, even though both these power tracks look similar, they both have room for 6 AA batteries to give you 9 volts. Even though the adapter is essentially identical that came with either one of these sets, they both put out 9 volts DC, 1500 milliamps. So they have a 5.5 millimeter plug in. So that's interchangeable on either one. You could use this transformer on either one of these sets. But that's kind of where the compatibility ends. The power adapter and the track is about all that's compatible. You can see the tracks fit together just fine. So I can take all the track from both sets and make a larger layout, but you're not going to be able to swap out the controller, power pack, and cars. Those have to stay together. So you're either going to use all wired with the wired cars, the wired power pack track, or you're going to use the wireless controllers, the wireless power track, and the wireless cars. And let's take a moment to look at why that is. So I'm going to compare the cars here so you can see the difference by taking the bodies off. I took the liberty of pulling the screws out. There's 3 screws that hold the body on both of these cars. And here you can see very dramatic difference. The wireless car has a circuit board with a microchip, microprocessor, a little antenna. They both have little LED lights in the front. But that microprocessor is making all the difference for these wireless cars. So that is what's telling the car how much of the power out of the track to use. So let's see how these operate on the track. With the wired track, there's no power to the track when the controllers are not being triggered. So there's no voltage there. I can set a car on the track and it's not going to go anywhere. There's no power. On this track, even though the controllers aren't being used, there's power on this track. I'll show you. See that? Even with the controllers not being used. Both tracks fully energized. On this track, it's not energized until the controller is squeezed. Let's get those braids out a little bit. One side, on the other side. So one controller per lane and no power until the trigger is squeezed. On this side, the power's there all the time. And it's only when the wireless controller is operated that power is allowed to go to the motor. So the car sits there nicely until you operate that controller. So that's why on that track, that car's not going to go anywhere with any of these controllers. It's not going to do anything. It has to be on this track. Another nice feature is it doesn't matter what lane you're in. Because the controller and the car are communicating, both tracks are fully energized. It doesn't matter what track you're on. If your car goes off the track, you can put it back in either lane and away you go. Very nice little feature. Another nice feature of these wireless cars is the headlights will flash briefly when you've got it in the track. So getting that center pin into the track, the contact braids in contact with the track, that little flash tells you you've got it in there right. So that's a nice little touch also. So even though these controllers don't have the power boost feature, there are some nice little extras you get with the wireless cars. So that's it in a nutshell. Hot Wheels, still fast, still fun.